Hello everyone. My name is Artemis or Artemis, however you want to say it. And today I have an interesting game for you. It's called Magical Witch Bell. I found it on itch.io. It is a free game, so if you want to play along or if you want to try it out for yourself, feel free to go ahead. And we're about to get right into this game. If you like what you see, if you want to support me, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe down below. And if you don't like, leave a comment as to why. Okay, let's get into it. In a magical world where magic is real, magic and non-magic folk live separate lives, aware of each other while making sure to keep very much to themselves. But there's one witch who chooses to live in a non-magical town full of non-magical people. She spends her days at her repair shop where she uses magic to fix trinkets and create gadgets. All she wants is to live her life quietly, but something always gets in the way. This should do it. Now that the gadget is finished, I just need to test the potion with it. Now, let's see if this potion will be a success. 3, 2, 1. Oh. That was unexpected, but at least nothing's on fire this time. But no matter how I try, I just can't adjust the duration of the effects of the potion without affecting the potency. Perhaps if I just adjust the amount of ingredients? Belle, it's an emergency! Olive, how many times have I told you not to barge into my workshop without knocking on the door? I'm using highly volatile magic in here, and it's not safe for you. Yeah, you tell him, Belle. You should lock your door if you don't want people coming in. Oh shit, she got back. My door was locked. Sorry, I picked the lock. You should get a stronger one. Even a baby could get in. Olive. Don't worry, I locked it behind me so nobody would accidentally walk in. Anyway, that's not the point. It's an emergency, Belle. I highly doubt it. I can't go along with whatever you're scheming today, Olive. I'm trying to perfect an extinguishing potion for the fire chief. Why are you always like this? Just come with me. Ow, don't grab my arm. Okay, you might have been right to be worked up. That's why I said it was an emergency. I had just woken up when I got a call from the mayor asking me to contact you about this. Why did she call you? Because you don't have a phone? Oh, well, did she tell you what happened? You can ask her yourself. Oop. Olive, where are you? Belle, thank goodness you're here. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, so ask away. I'll answer if I can, but to be honest with you, I'm confused too. Let me ask, what happened, who did this, and why did you call me? Well, she didn't call you. Okay, so we're gonna say what happened because I have no idea what the butt fuck is going on. What happened here, Mayor? Park staff found the park covered in bubbles this morning. They've been trying to clean it up, but nothing will get rid of them. I thought maybe you could help. Poke. They don't pop when you touch them. That's why I thought they might be magical. If they are crafted with magic, it should be possible to dispose of them in the same way. Let's try a vanishing spell. That confirms it. These are magical bubbles. Are they safe? They should be harmless, but I'll take one back to my workshop to investigate further. Some joggers were complaining that the bubbles were getting in their way. I'd like to get rid of them before we get any more complaints. Let me ask. Okay, who did this? Do you have any idea who did this? I'm afraid I have no clue. You're the only magic user in town, Belle, but I know you wouldn't do something like this. My guess would be someone did this as a prank. It seems fairly elaborate for a prank. Is it complicated magic? No, you could easily buy a potion to make bubbles. The bubbles will probably disappear in a couple of days. But you need to buy quite a few potions to make this many bubbles. I don't see somebody doing this in some childish pursuit of entertainment. If it isn't some pranksters doing, I have no idea who could be behind this, unfortunately. Okay, and why did you call me? Or, well, why did you call Olive to contact me? Well, when I got to the park and saw this, I thought that this had to be magical, and you're our resident expert on magic. I wouldn't call myself an expert. Our resident witch, then. You've helped us out so much with all your magical gadgets. What did you call the park cleaning robot again? I don't actually have a name for it, but Olive likes to call it Mr. Sweeper. Well, Mr. Sweeper has been a great help cleaning up leaves and rubbish. I don't understand magic very well myself, but you've made work a lot easier for our park staff using your magic. Since this seems like a magical incident, I thought you would be the best person to ask. It's hard to ask when you've helped out the town so much already, but do you think you can clean this up? I could probably vanish them one by one, but that would take at least an hour. Any way you could speed it up a bit? Not on my own, but it's only an hour of my time, Mayor. I don't mind. I do, what the fuck. That's not it. The park isn't the only place I want you to look at. Oh? There's been reports of strange things like this happening all over town, and nobody knows what's caused them. All over town, you say? Yes, and if this is magical, you might be the only one who can do anything about it. I'll see what I can do. Thank you so much, Belle. Here's a list of places we've received reports from. Okay, I'll investigate after I remove these bubbles. I need to get back to work, but let me know if there's anything I can do on my end. I guess I should start vanishing these bubbles. Belle, look at this! I think I found what caused all these bubbles. My cleaning gadget? But how? Look, he's shooting out bubbles. Your cleaning magic must have gone nuts or something and let all these bubbles loose. No, that's impossible. Nothing I made would ever go nuts. Then how do you explain all these bubbles coming out of Mr. Sweeper? Somebody must have tampered with it. Tampered? Why would anyone want to do that? The mayor believes this might have been a prank. Well, if the mayor said that, it must be true. No backbone. Hand it to me. What? I'm gonna draw the magic out so that it stops making bubbles. No way! If you draw the magic out of him, he'll die! It can't die because it isn't alive. She's so me. That's exactly why I'm not giving him to you. He's been working so hard cleaning up this park, and this is how you thank him? At least let me see so that I can try to fix it then. Promise not to hurt him? Yes. Okay then, but remember, you promised. Strange, the bubbles are gone. Wow, I guess the bubble magic must have run out or something. Perhaps. It doesn't look like it's been damaged in any way either. If he's fixed, then he should be able to clean the bubbles, right? Well, since it's a magical in origin, it should have no issue cleaning up magical bubbles. Great, that's one problem solved then. Go and do your job, Mr. Sweeper. Look at him go! It seems to be working just fine. I guess that means we can go check out all the other places. We? We, as in me and you. Olive and Belle. I'll be your trusty partner as you go around fixing everything. And what would a trusty partner do exactly? Well, for one thing, I have a phone, so I can call the mayor when you're finished. You're enjoying this, aren't you? It's nice to hang out with you outside for once. I never get to see you unless I go to your workshop. You mean unless you break the lock on my door. I didn't break it, I just picked the lock. Anyway, the mayor might call if there's another report somewhere, so you need me around in case she contacts me. Fine, but promise me you won't illegally enter any other places while I'm around you. Don't worry, the only place I break into regularly is yours. Somehow, that isn't really reassuring. So, are we gonna get going or not? Let me check the list I received from the mayor. Okay, 3 places, beach, cafe, and school. Okay, let's just go... let's go to the cafe, actually. Get a little cozy. I think you should wait outside. What? Why? Because I know you're going to antagonize Jan. That's not fair. Why are you on her side when she's so rude to you? She can't help it. She doesn't like magic, and I'm magical. That's no reason for her to dislike you. A little unfriendliness is nothing. I don't mind. So would you please wait outside? But what if she says something mean to you? I'm sure I'll be able to handle it on my own, Olive. What a protective girlfriend. But, Olive, I appreciate your concern, but I'll be fine. Promise? Promise. Call the mayor and tell her our progress. I'll come and get you once I'm done talking with Jan. Okay, but if you need my help, I'm right outside. Now, to business. Sorry, we're not open. Oh, it's you. Hi, Jan. What do you want? I'm only here because the mayor asked me to look into a number of strange events that have been occurring around town. Ugh, why does she send you? She knows that Whatever. I don't need your help. It isn't something magical anyway, so there's nothing you'd be able to do. It isn't? Of course not. Like I'd ever let magic into my kitchen. Food is meant to be cooked normally, not with fire magic or whatever. While I believe that magic can be used to make it easier for people to do many things, including cooking, I disagree. I understand that you have a different opinion than me. Well, good. If that's all, could you get out? I just have a few questions. And you'll get out if I answer them? Yes. Fine. Ask whatever. Just keep it quick. Okay, let's ask what's the issue. What's the issue then? Here. Is there something wrong with the cupcake? Take a bite. Isn't meant to be this salty? Of course not. Somebody switched the sugar and salt containers in my kitchen. My part-timer didn't notice it baked a batch, and there's no way we can sell any of these. Are you sure you didn't just mix the salt and sugar yourself? I would never do something that careless. Somebody did this, and I'm gonna find out who. Okay, not magical. Why don't you think this was magical? Well, I'm sure that a magic user can easily do something like this if they wanted to. This was done by a regular person. How can you be so sure? Because I have a video of somebody breaking in last night on my security camera. I couldn't see their face, but I have a video of somebody entering my cafe at around midnight and leaving 20 minutes later. If a magic user was going to do this, they would have made themselves invisible first. Wouldn't a break-in have tripped the security system? It should, but for some reason it didn't. I'm going to get it checked tomorrow. I'm sure I locked up before I left yesterday, but whoever broke in didn't have any trouble opening the door. Olive. Interesting. Why do you think this happened to your shop? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say this is my fault? No, I just wanted to know if you have any idea why somebody would do this to your cafe. I don't know, and unlike some people, I'm too busy trying to run my cafe to play detective. I don't know why somebody would go to the trouble of breaking in and not stealing anything, but they did. I need to figure out what to do with this mess so that I can open up. What do you plan to do with all the sloppy cupcakes? I can't very well sell these to anybody. If you want... No, I refuse. You haven't even heard what I want to say. I'm not going to allow any magic to be used on my wares. But what else can you do with these? You said yourself you can't sell them. Do you plan to dispose of them all? Oop, gotcha, bitch. I can spell the salt into sugar and sugar into salt so that the food tastes the way it's intended to. I can do one first so you can taste it yourself and check. Please just let me try. Fine, try it on this. Thank you. If you'll give me a moment. Here. You're done? Yes, have a taste. How is it? It tastes like a normal cupcake. Will you let me fix the rest of these? Do what you want. And you can keep one of the cupcakes if you like. A cupcake? Thank you. Let's just be nice. Thank you. That's not what... I just don't like being indebted to anyone. I don't want to owe you any favors. This makes us even. Still, thank you. I appreciate it. Whatever. Just finish whatever you need to do and leave. Let's do the rest of the cupcakes too then. There. Finished. Belle! Are you okay? Did Jan say anything mean to you? I'm fine, so please calm down. I doubt Jan's want me to stay here any longer than necessary, so let's move on. I don't know why you even bothered helping her with her cupcakes. My baking is better anyway. I seem to recall you trying to bake cheesecake for me once and setting it on fire. It's not the taste that matters, it's the love that I put into it. Love so hot that it set the cheesecake on fire? Exactly! So where are we headed next? Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. Let's go get away. The beach is more colorful than I remember it being. Look at this. It's like someone from a fairy tale. It seems more like a preschooler drew this and decided to go wild with the crayons. I like it. I'm going to take some pictures and post them online. I'm not sure you should... She's gone. Not very reliable for a self-proclaimed trusty partner. It looks like I'm on my own. Hey, if it isn't everyone's favorite witch, how's it going? It's nice to see you too, Nep. I suppose you called the mayor about this? Yeah, man. Awesome, right? I made the coolest sandcastle earlier. Take a look. What do you think? The sandcastle is... very colorful. It's very colorful. The colors are like the landscape of my heart. He's giving like... what's it called? The Mojo Kojo Daja Casa, whatever the fuck, house. Right. I'm actually here to investigate the sand. Investigate? Is there a mystery going down? Don't leave me hanging. The Mojo Casa Doja house. The Doja Casa, whatever the fuck. It isn't that exciting. The mayor asked me to look into some strange occurrences, and this was one of them. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Go ahead. Anything I can do to help. Let me ask. Okay, so when did this happen? When did you notice the sand? It was already like this when I woke up this morning. When was that? Don't remember. I don't let a clock dictate how I live my life. Okay. Can you give me an estimate? I would say pretty early. No one else was around. I went for a walk on the beach right after I woke up, and the sand was already like this. That means that the person who did this must have done it at night. You think somebody did this? I don't think this just happened on its own. You never know, dude. The world's a mysterious place. Not mysterious. Magical. And magic always has an explanation. Why are you at the beach? I'm always at the beach. The ocean calls me. I'm sure it does. Why are you here this morning? Just chilling with the waves, dude. I don't usually open the beach house till the sun's a bit higher in the sky, so I like to just clean up the beach in the morning. Clean up? Yeah, garbage get washed up on the beach. Just the waves doing their thing. But I bet people will think twice about littering if the beach was always as beautiful and colorful as this. Mm-hmm. Hey, you don't think I did this, do you? Don't worry, I don't draw conclusions without evidence. Like, I think this is awesome, but I don't got that kind of magic in me. He don't got that dog in him. I wish I knew how, though. I'd make that beach a different color for every day of the week. Okay, any idea who did this? No clue, dude, but if I met them, I'd give them a free drink from the beach house. Oh? I mean, look at this. Have you ever seen anything more amazing? I will admit that is a surprising sight. Whoever did this has to be a true artist. Someone truly in tune with nature and the true way of things. I bet they could surf some killer waves. Does that have anything to do with this? Sorry, I can't help you out more, Belle, but if you find out who did this, give them a high five for me. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Nep. Now, I think this should be fairly easy to undo. It looks to be the work of a number of simple color potions. If you would just let me... Wait, you're gonna undo this? Yes, that's why the mayor called me here. Aw, dude, can't you just leave it like this? This has to be like a gift from the ocean. You think so? Yeah, and you gotta be grateful when you get a gift. I only called the mayor because I wanted her to see this too. Look at this gorgeous sand. This looks like a simple color charm. The color should start to fade in a few days, so I suppose it won't be an issue if I leave things as they are. Yeah, Belle, you're the best. Come over to the beach house and I'll cook some stir fry for you. Sorry, Nat, but maybe next time. I still have work to do today. You work too hard, Belle. I mean, this is probably the first time I've seen you in weeks. You should take a break sometimes. Listen to the call of the ocean. If it ever calls me, I'll be sure to come. I'll be waiting. Now, I'm gonna excuse myself. Time to catch some waves. I think I can safely say that Nep isn't behind this, but who is? And where has Olive gone off to? I think it's Olive causing this. What should I do with this? Olive, what are you looking at? Nothing, just some junk I found on the beach. Junk? Yeah, just junk. Nothing special. I don't come to the beach much, so I don't know, but Nep told me that rubbish washes up on the beach sometimes. Oh, I know that look. You're going to make something to clean up the beach, aren't you? It isn't like it would be hard, just be a variation of the gadget potion that I use for the park. You mean Mr. Sweeper? You named it that, not me. Oh, this is so exciting. Show me once you're done, okay? No, the last time I let you see one of my prototypes, I never saw it again. I told you, I lost it. It's not my fault that I'm irresponsible. Actually, I'd say it is. Anyway, what are you going to do about the sand? Nep says he wants me to keep it this way, and the spell should wear off in a few days. Since nobody seems to have a problem with it, I think we should just leave it as it is. Could you tell the mayor that for me? Consider it done. Now, where should we go? We only have the school left, so... Why are we at the school? Because it's on the list the mayor gave me. Huh? That doesn't make sense. What do you mean? You didn't... Not her tripping up, that's crazy. I didn't think that something would have happened at the school, that's all. Well, I'm not sure why any of this has happened at all, but the mayor asked for my help, so I found out. Did the mayor say what happened here? No, I asked one of the students to find out. Do you really think that's a good idea? What do you mean? You're not exactly good with children, Belle. Why do you say that? Because, oh, whatever, just go and be your lovable self. I'll go see if I can get some info too. Why would Olive say I'm not good with children? I don't think I'm bad with children. There's a child over there. I'll go talk to him. Hello, are you a student here? Can't you tell from my uniform? Fucking bitch. Is that a yes? No, I'm obviously just here because I like the view. Okay, thank you for your time. I was being sarcastic, obviously. Sorry, I didn't realize. You're a student here then. Would you mind telling me what happened here? Guess I have nothing to do anyway. What do you want to know? Okay, so what's the problem? What's the problem here? Some guy put a magic lock on something on the school doors. Now nobody can get in. Can't you use a different entrance? You see, the lock's magic, so it locked all the doors. How about the windows? I don't know, I'm not a magic user. All I know is that the magic lock locked all the doors, okay? You can check for yourself if you don't believe me. Okay, nothing to do? Why do you have, as you say, nothing to do? School doors are locked, nobody can get in. I tried to leave, but a teacher said that we weren't allowed to leave school property during school hours. Which is stupid, we should be able to go where we want. We aren't children. Actually, if you're below the legal age of majority, you can still be called a child. Yes? You're a riot at parties, aren't you? I don't like large gatherings. Figures. Clock it. Anyway, we're all stuck out here and now we can't leave. It's so stupid. Man, even doing my bio presentation would have been better than this. Your bio presentation? What? You just said that even doing your bio presentation would have been better than this. No, I didn't. Just forget it. It doesn't matter. Don't you have something better to do than interrogate people? I do, but I've been given this task and intend to see it through. Who do you think is responsible? Responsible? As in, who do you think did this? I know what you meant, but this was just a joke. It's not a big deal. I think that a school being shut down for a whole day would be a pretty big deal. I imagine the teachers probably don't find this that funny either. Yeah, well, they have a terrible sense of humor then. Regardless of their sense of humor, I'm sure they want to find out who did this. Do you have any idea who that might be? Of course not. Why would you think I did? Why do you have so many questions anyway? The mayor asked me to investigate the incident. The mayor? Why would the mayor care? It's just a prank. You'd have to ask the mayor. In any case, I have no more questions, but if you have any other information... I suddenly remembered I have something to do somewhere else that I'm gonna go now. Bye. I wonder where he's going in such a hurry. He probably just wanted to leave because you're grilling him so hard. Poor kid. I was just asking a few questions. Yeah, but you're always so direct and upfront about things. Is that bad? No, not at all. It's just a bit daunting at first. Anyway, I talked to one of the students, and apparently nobody's been able to get inside the school since this morning. Yeah, because of a magic lock in the front doors. Magic lock? The kid I was talking to didn't say anything about that. Apparently, the staff were going to call a locksmith. A locksmith wouldn't be any use if the lock is actually magical. Can magic do that? Just lock down a whole building? I'll need to examine the lock to see what kind of magic is being used. This isn't much a lock as a barrier. It prevents anybody from entering the premises. Fairly simple magic, usually used to protect a household. The magic has been implemented into the lock, which looks just to be a regular lock. So I guess if we get rid of the lock, that'll get rid of the barrier? Yes, but we need a key to... Psh, inventors don't need keys. Give me a sec. There. No one can stand in the way of science. I don't think what you just did has anything to do with science. Don't be a spoil sport, Belle. I got rid of the lock, which means the barrier is gone too, right? It seems like it. Don't you think I deserve some praise for that? I'll admit, your rather unsavory skill was useful here. Come on, Belle. I think I deserve a bit more than that. You're right. I'm being unfair. Thank you for your help, Olive. I could have done it without you. What is it? Wow, way to throw a complete 180 at me. Give a girl some time to prepare before you smile like that. Sorry? This is too much. I need 5 minutes to cool off. She's so real. That was weird. I guess I should tell somebody that the school can be entered. Hey, you unlocked the lock? I didn't, my friend did. Okay, great. Can I have it? Why do you want it? I just want it so that I can give it to the teachers and tell them the school's unlocked. Yeah, that's it. That sounds like a good idea. Here. I recommend asking a teacher to enter the school first, so bye. Why is everyone in such a hurry to leave today? Oh, the student dropped something. They look like notes of some kind. I should... Bitch, I'm reading that. I shouldn't just leave them here. Somebody might step on them. I wonder where he went. And I'm back. Miss me? No, you're only gone for like 5 minutes. Wow, Belle. That's cold. Real cold. I might even cry. Please don't. Also, while you were gone, one of the students asked for the lock. He said he's going to give it to one of the teachers. I guess that means we're done here. Anyway, where to? Actually, we visited all the places on the mayor's list. We're done? I just need to contact the mayor. No need. I've been messaging her updates all this time. Olive, don't bother the mayor with... See? Olive. She doesn't mind. I mean, look at this happy emoji. Anyway, I guess that means we're all done for the day. Not yet. I still don't know who orchestrated this. Oh, right. That isn't your job, though, is it? The mayor only asked you to investigate the events and fix them if you could. And you fixed them, except for the beach, but it looks cooler this way anyway. I don't want to leave any loose ends. Everything's fixed, though. Live and let live, you know? I don't think that's how you use that idiom. You know what I mean? Things are okay now. Can't you just let it be? It's not your problem. But, well, I'm going to tell the mayor everything's okay. You do what you want. Olive. Maybe she's right. I did all that was requested of me, so maybe I should just let things go. But there's something odd about this, and I can't just ignore it. I should get back to the... Let me go back to the cafe. Talk to Jan again. Hi, welcome to... You again? I just want to check something with you. Fine, what do you want to ask? Let me ask, may I see the footage? May I see the footage of the break-in? What, you a detective now? There's just something I wanted to confirm. Well, I printed out a screenshot earlier. The footage is in black and white, and the picture quality isn't that great. If you want, you can have it. I'll take it then. Thank you. Let me ask, is your lock working? Yeah, I checked it this morning. It locks and unlocks just fine. I checked last night's security footage, and it clearly shows me locking the door. Nobody has the key except for me, so somebody must have picked the lock. That's all I wanted to ask. Good, you can go now then. Door's that way. Who would want to break into Jan's cafe only to switch the salt and sugar? Seems like a lot of trouble for a joke. Did you still want something? Don't accuse Jan, it's not her. No, I'm fine, thank you. I'll be heading out then. You can see yourself out. I had enough trouble for one day. Haven't even had time to eat. It's unhealthy to skip meals. Come to think of it, I still have the cupcake Jan gave me earlier. Yeah, I should give her the cupcake. Take it, Pookie. Take it, Pookie. You should eat something. You don't want to eat a cupcake I made? Fuck. No, that's not it. I just think you should eat something. Fuck. Oh my god. I forgot to reread it. We can each have half. Here's yours. I want to try the cupcake, but I also think you should have something to eat. This solves both issues. It's pointless trying to argue with you. I'll take it. But you better eat your half. Okay. They're kind of cute. Low-key. So how was it? It was delicious, Jan. Thank you. I was just returning the favor, that's all. Still, I think your baking is really good, so thank you. Oh, just go. I ate half the cupcake. You're happy now, right? You should still try to fit in time for a proper meal. What, you give diet advice too? I have work to do, so just show yourself out. And thanks for helping me today. I'm done with the cafe now. Okay, let's go back to the beach. Huh? The beach is already back to its normal colors. I expected it to last at least a few days from the type of magic used. And is that Nep? Nep, what's wrong? Belle, the beach went back to normal. My rainbow sand is gone. I'm sorry, Nep. My rainbow sandcastle is just a sandcastle now. Nep, sorry, Belle. I need some time alone. I feel bad for Nep, but I'm here to investigate. Let's search the beach for... Oh, let's look the garbage. If I remember correctly, I'll find what I'm looking for over there. Sand, and more sand. Ah, here it is. What's this bucket doing over here? There's some sort of device inside, too. Looks like a shower head. Seems to be detachable, too. There's a slot which the base of shower head connects to. I think I took it with me. Now let's search the beach for signs of magic. This type of potion should have less residual magic, but there's less residual magic than expected. That might explain why the colors disappeared after only a few hours. Whoever did this may have just used something to diffuse the potion to affect the whole beach. The question is what they used and for what purpose. That's all I need from here. Oh, hi again, Vel. Do you need anything? Nep said that he had no idea he used magic to change the sand's color, but he also seems very sad now that it's over. I'm not gonna accuse him. I don't think it's... I know for a fact it's... I know it's Olive, guys. She's just too, like... It's a little obvious, but... Watch me be wrong. I'm gonna be embarrassed if I'm wrong. Nep, I'll see if I can convince the mayor to let me create a color potion blend so I can make the sand rainbow again. Really? The mayor will probably allow it if it's special occasion. Yeah, Belle, you're my favorite witch ever. You don't know any other witches. Then you're my favorite person. Oh man, I just thought the best new menu item. Rainbow Parfait. I'm gonna go make this right now. See you, Val. I'm glad Nep seems to have cheered up. I'll have to consult the mayor later, though. Now that I'm finished with the beach, I should go back to the... Let's go back to the park. Where we started, baby. The park is back to normal. Everything's been cleaned up just as it should be. Now I just want to look for... Let's look for Mr. Sweeper. If my gadget is finished cleaning, I should be able to find it. Here. No more bubbles are coming out, which is a good sign. Now for a closer look. There's a slot here which wasn't here before. Looks like you could attach something to it, but who made the slot and what's that meant to be attached? Now I just want to look for bubbles. Let's see if I can find any remaining bubbles. It doesn't look like there are any left. My gadget was a bit too good at its job. I should still have bubbles that I kept from earlier. They're gone. From my calculations, the bubble should have lasted for a few days. So why has it already vanished? Actually, I don't sense much residual magic here either. Maybe fewer potions were used to create the bubbles than I thought. I think I spent enough time at the park. I should go back to the school. It might be hard to find him if he's in class. Oh, there he is. Ah, you again? Don't you have class? You might not know this, but in school there's something called recess where students are allowed to take a break. Oh, I see. Can I ask you a few questions? No. Huh? I don't want to answer any questions. Okay, I'll go talk to a teacher then. What? Why would you do that? I have an idea about who put the lock on the door. What? No, don't talk to the teachers about that. I'll answer whatever questions you have. That's what I fucking thought. Just don't go to the teachers, okay? Let me ask, how did you know the lock was magic? Huh? I mean, it was obvious the doors wouldn't open. That would happen even with a regular lock. The other students didn't seem to know it was magical, nor did the staff. Why did you know? Did you give the lock to a teacher? Huh? What? Yeah, I totally did. Would you mind if I ask you what's sticking out of your pocket? So this student knew that the lock was magical, and he doesn't seem to have given the lock to a teacher. For him, I think I am gonna accuse. You were the one who put the lock there, weren't you? What? No, Yeah. Guess it's pretty obvious. You think? It is. Why did you do it? I didn't want to do my bio presentation since I wasn't prepared. That's all. I figured that if nobody can get into the school, then I'd get the delay of presentation for at least a day. So I got a lock and bought a barrier potion from the town over. Why didn't you just use the time you spent going to the next town to practice your presentation instead? I just don't like presentations, okay? It doesn't matter anyway. Since the doors were locked, I still have time to do my presentation today. I even lost my cue cards. This is the worst day ever. Cue cards? Maybe the cards I picked up earlier were. I'm gonna give them back. Are these your cue cards? Yeah, where'd you find them? You dropped them earlier. Thanks, I guess. Not that having these will make my presentation any better. Why not? I'm terrible at public speaking. Why? I just am, okay? I get nervous talking in front of an audience. You're talking to me and I'm an audience. It's not the same. It doesn't seem that different to me. Talking is different than giving a presentation. If you think so, why don't you try giving your presentation now? Huh? I'll be your audience. It might help to have a test run before your real presentation, too. Ugh, I guess I might as well. Maybe then you'll understand how bad I am at presenting and stop bugging me. Whenever you're ready, then. Okay. The sea cucumber might be called a cucumber, but it's actually an animal. It's an echinoderm, which puts it at the same phylum as starfish and sea urchins. Thank you for listening. So how was it? That was actually very interesting. I didn't know sea cucumbers had no true brain. Right? The nerve around their mouth takes charge of basic functions, but actually, even if the ring is removed, they still can function, and... what? You'll do fine. Good luck with your presentation. Anyway, I gotta get back to class. Good luck with whatever you're doing, I guess. I should go too. That's everything I wanted to check. I think I know who's behind today's strange occurrences. Let's go home. Maybe if I put this over there. Or over here? I'm back. Well, you're back already. And you're in my workshop again. Would you please stop picking the lock? If you would just give me a key, I wouldn't have to. Anyway, are you done with your little investigation then? Yes, but there's one last thing I need to confirm. What? This is where the evidence led me. I just don't understand why. Accuse Olive. Olive... what? You're the one behind everything, aren't you? What? What are you even talking about? The bubbles in the park, the rainbow sand at the beach, the cupcakes at the cafe. It was you, wasn't it? Why on earth would you think that? I was right there trying to help you fix all these things, wasn't I? Yes, but... do you have any proof? I talked to Olive about the cafe. I talked with Jan again afterwards. Jan, why do you even bother? She never says anything nice. Actually, she was very helpful. She showed me this. The pictures is in black and white, but it looks like the person who was broken in is wearing a long coat. Like a lab coat. Even though Jan locked the door, this person had no trouble getting in. That leads me to believe that whoever did this must have experience picking locks. Oof. Talk to Olive about the beach. I went to the beach again. I found the paint bucket that you're looking at, and there was a peculiar device inside. What kind of device? It looked like a shower head. The paint bucket had a slot inside, which the shower head connected to. Now, I noticed that there was less residual magic at the beach than I expected there to be. I came to the conclusion that the person must have been used to diffuse the color potion. Something like a shower head, perhaps. Why are you looking at the paint bucket, Olive? In the park. I went back to the park to look for my cleaning gadget. You mean Mr. Sweeper? Yes, Mr. Sweeper. Mr. Sweeper had to have been tampered with. It wouldn't have made all those bubbles otherwise. I discovered a slot at the bottom that I hadn't put in myself. A slot just like the one in the paint bucket. Now, I think that whoever tampered with Mr. Sweeper must have attached the bubble making device to the slot and removed it afterwards. You were the one who found Mr. Sweeper and brought it to me. It was still making bubbles then, which means only you had the chance to remove the device before handing it over to me. Do you have anything to say, Olive? What I just don't understand is why you did any of this. It isn't like you, Olive. You might be a bit irresponsible at times, but you don't purposely do things that could be a bother to other people. Well, except me. Why would you use magic to cause trouble? What? No, that wasn't my intention at all. So you admit it. Hey, you tricked me into that. But you admit it. Why did you do it, Olive? I'm the only magic user in this town, so if any magical trouble occurs, I'm the obvious suspect. Were you trying to get me in trouble? What? Why would she even think that? Bella, you're such an idiot! Why would you... for all of that deducing you did, you can't even figure out the obvious. Close your eyes for a minute. Is she gonna tell me that she loves me? Just close them. Okay. May I open my eyes now? Just wait until I say okay. Okay. This is the reason, stupid. Huh? Happy birthday, Belle. Aww. Wait, that's so cute. I figured that the only way I was going to be able to get you out of your workshop was if there was some kind of emergency. So I decided to orchestrate one. Or well, 3. But why? Why? Because it's your birthday, silly. You're always working. You should at least take a break on your birthday to celebrate. I think you actually caused more work for me than usual. Not the point. You actually left your workshop for a bit and got some fresh air for once. If I hadn't done anything, you wouldn't have even remembered your birthday. I can't just take a day off, though. There are always more things I can fix with magic. Belle, just because you're a witch doesn't mean you have to prove anything, you know? The townspeople here like you because you're you. You can take a day off on your birthday and just be, I don't know, a regular person. But I'm not a regular person. I'm magical. Ugh, that's not what I meant. And being magical doesn't mean you can't celebrate your birthday. You don't always have to use your magic for good or whatever. Like, it's really nice that you're always helping out, but it's not like we need to kick you out if you didn't, you know? We like you. I like you. So please, can you let me celebrate your birthday with you and eat cake? Olive, I didn't even realize it was my birthday, and I can't remember when I last took a day off. Olive caused a lot of trouble today, but I had fun. Thank you, I really appreciate it, even if I might not approve of your methods. Belle, you said something so nice and then you had to ruin it with your extra comment. Just take your cake and eat it. Don't shove it at me. Just tell me what you think already. It's very... homemade, gray, frosted. I'm gonna say homemade. That's right. Homemade. It has a very homemade taste. Homemade isn't a taste. You can be honest. What do you think? Fuck. Frosted. It's frosted. It has frosting. That's very cake-like. I think most birthday cakes are frosted. But how does the frosting taste? And the cake too. How is it? It's very gray. I don't think I've ever eaten such a gray cake before. It's not my fault it came out that way. I don't know why it's gray either. But food isn't about the taste, not the appearance. How is it? Belle, just tell me. The cake is flavorless. Huh? It doesn't have any flavor. That makes no sense. Like, if you think it's bad, fine, but just say that. I mean exactly what I said. It doesn't taste like anything. I ate it, but it's just... Give me a slice. What is this? It doesn't have any flavor. That's what I said. But I followed the recipe exactly. Or maybe almost exactly. Olive, what did you put in the cake? Anyway, it should have gone perfectly. I put hours into this. My cake. It doesn't taste bad. Yeah, but it doesn't taste good either, right? I just wanted to make you a nice birthday cake for your birthday, and I couldn't even do that right. I just caused a lot of trouble today for nothing. Olive looks sad now. Eat the rest of the cake. Yeah, you know, I gotta show my girlfriend some love. Olive, could you let me have the cake again? Huh? Sure, but why? Ah! Stop, you don't have to. Don't force yourself to eat it. Oh. It isn't like it tastes bad, but you made it for me, Olive. I'm happy I got to eat it. Belle! But I want you to contact everyone and apologize for the trouble you caused. The school thing wasn't my fault, though. I know, so you should just apologize to the mayor, Nep, and Jan. Fine. I want to know how you did it, too. Oh, it was actually really easy. I just picked the lock at the cafe and let myself in. No magic at all. People really should use better security. For the park and the beach, I just made some slight modifications to the devices I found in your workshop. You stole something from my workshop? And I used it to diffuse magic potions that I borrowed from you. A diffuser. So that's why the magic didn't last that long. Also, I don't remember lending you any potions. Potions that you gave me then. That's not the point. I figured out how to diffuse potions without making them less potent, just shortening the time of their efficiency. You're always brewing potions for ages so that you can just make sure both the potency and the duration is perfect. With my modifications, you won't have to do as much work. Maybe you should take a few more days off too. So that's why you did what you did at the park and the beach? Yeah, I just wanted to see if they worked, and then I thought I'd tell you later. How about the switching the sugar and salt at Jan's cafe? What's the reason for doing that? Well, she's so mean to you all the time. I thought if you had a chance to help her, she might be a bit nicer to you. Oh, Olive. But really, I just wanted to help you. So please, don't be mad at me for too long. Maybe her actions were a bit dubious, but her heart was in the right place. I'm gonna forgive my queen. It's okay, Olive. I'm not mad. Really? You just wanted to help me, right? You did all this for my birthday. I can't be mad at you for that. Well, but promise me you won't cause so much trouble again. I promise, but only if you promise to spend the rest of the day without doing any work. I promise. Hooray! Come on, I've got food ready in the other room. Food? Don't worry, I brought it on the way here. I got your favorite. Come on. And so another day passed without too much fuss in the little non-magical town. There had been magical mishaps and non-magical mishaps, but all was well, and the townspeople would soon heed to bed to enjoy a good night's sleep. The mayor was still in her office after an interesting day of work. The strange occurrences had all been accounted for, but the to-do list on her desk was never ending. I wonder if Belle realized it was all Olive's doing yet. The mayor looked out the window and smiled down at the town. Now, time to get back to work. Jan was the last one at the cafe, cleaning up so that she could close shop. She was about to head home when she noticed there was leftover cake on the counter. The part-timer must have forgotten to take it home. What am I supposed to do with this cake? Jan sighed, but then she remembered. I guess it wouldn't hurt to let the witch have it. Back at home, the student was at his home, lying on his bed. He had managed to pull off his presentation somehow. He didn't even stumble once. But then his bio teacher had announced another project due in 2 weeks. I can worry about that tomorrow, though. The student fell asleep, dreaming of the ocean. And Belle, well, she spent the rest of her birthday at home with dinner and a movie. It had been an eventful day, but everything had been solved. The park was bubble-free, the beach was a normal color, the cafe had delicious cupcakes, and the school was open. It might not have been the quietest of days, but it had been a happy one. The end. And the credits. That game was so freaking adorable. I love it. This game is free to play. You can download it on itch.io. So if you want to try out and try to get some different endings for yourself or just experience the game for yourself, definitely feel free to do so since it's free. But yes, that will be all for today's video. I love this game. This game is really cute. I know it is pretty old, so I'm sure some people have played this maybe, but if not, then this was a great game, at least in my opinion. The art was really cute. The story was a little predictable, but I honestly didn't mind. Yeah, I do appreciate the choices. And yeah, so that will be all for today's video, guys, and I'll catch you later. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and possibly subscribe if you'd like to see more. And yeah, if you don't like it, then, well, fuck you, first of all, and just kidding, that was a joke. But leave a comment as to why, and let's try to get that fixed, okay? Bye-bye, Artemis out. Bye!